Okay, everybody, I made that video earlier with my Aikido knives. I bought a 7 set. They're a good budget knife. I mean, they're probably not the highest quality you can get. Obviously, my Kamikoto knives are a lot better, but these are a good budget knife. One of my commenters said you could never really sharpen them. Once you try to sharpen them, they're no good anymore. And that's not true. I've sharpened these a couple times. Now I'm going to do it again today and show you how I do it. This is a inexpensive stone, 15, 17 bucks maybe. It just has 1,000 grit on one side, 6,000 on the other. I have used the 6,000 grit really fine. I don't use that very much. I just go with the 1,000 grit. The sharpness I can get on these from that is plenty good for vegetables and whatnot. So this is a wet stone. And so I'm going to put it here in a container of water, completely submerge it. I'm going to leave it there for about 20 minutes. And that way all the bubbles get out and I use it that way as a whetstone. So let me show you this. Obviously the paper test is kind of your test, right? So I hold it close to my thumb and finger and try to cut. See, that's tearing the paper. This knife has gotten pretty dull. This one I've sharpened recently, but I've also used it a bunch of times. And so that one's a little better, but this one definitely needs to be sharpened. So let me show you how to do that, and then I'll show you that paper test again. Now, while I do this, it takes a good 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes to sharpen a knife. Maybe I'm slow. So I've got Beard Meets Foods queued up here. Put your favorite movie on or something, and I just sit there and kind of watch it while I sharpen the knife. Okay, that stone's been soaking for about 20 minutes. Now I'm going to show you here how I do it. I keep water nearby. You can't really see it, it's a little bit off camera, but I can kind of dip my fingers and just add a little bit of water on there. See how it kind of soaks it up. As it kind of dries out, I do that. Now they say that the best angle for sharpening a kitchen knife is about 20 degrees, okay? That's about there. They sell guides and things that you can use that kind of hook onto your knife and you do that. I don't use any of those, right? So this is 90 degrees, that's 0 degrees. 45 would be halfway in between, and you drop it down a little bit to 20. Doesn't matter that much. 15 degrees, you get a little bit sharper edge. 25, a little bit less sharp. So I do 10 strokes on either side. I put pressure with these fingers, okay? And I start at the end, and I feel like I act like I'm slicing a very thin slice of cheese or something off of this blade, okay? Off of this stone. So that's gonna slide. I have paper towels ready so that they'll it gets a little messy sometimes. Okay, so I just go like that. One. And I keep it all along the edge so it's flat to the stone. I'm no professional. This is just how I do it, and it works really well. 2, 3, 4, right? I'm going to show you 5, and we'll move on. I tilt it just a little bit, then I come towards me. Now, obviously, you're keeping pressure and you're being careful. It's not going to cut you. This is how I do it. If you're uncomfortable with that, turn it completely on the side like this, to get the 5 strokes on the other side. Okay, again, pressure with these fingers, 20-degree angle. Okay, 1 all the way across the blade, and I move it down the stone as I do that. 2, 3, 4, right? So now as you're doing this, it does the blade pretty well, and the tip kind of works. So after I do about probably 50 on either side, 10 on one side, 5 of those, I'll concentrate on the tip and just do do again another maybe 30 strokes on either side of the tip, 20 to 30 strokes. It just kind of depends on how it is. And so, you do it that way, turn your stone this way, and get right on that tip and just get the tip really nice and sharp, okay? So that's generally what I do. This knife, as it's longer, it's gonna take a little bit more. I push it further through, right? So starting there, 1, and you try to get it to, stone's getting a little bit dry, so I'll put a little bit more water on there. You try to go all the way down the whole length of the knife, right? So 2, that sounds a little better. 3, 4, 5, okay? Turn it this way, and then again, 1, all the way down to the end, right? 2, 3. And so on, about 50. I don't know, that 50 seems to work for me. And then again, concentrate on the tip, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the video here and finish sharpening both these knives, and I'll show you the paper test when I'm done with that. So I'll let you see the last few strokes of the sharpening of these knives. Okay, here we are. I ended up doing 30 strokes on either side of this knife. That seems to be enough. It took me less than 10 minutes. And you can see now, as I cut the paper, cuts through there pretty cleanly. I'm not holding it right on the camera, but anyway, get yourself a nice smooth cut. And so potatoes, onions, celery, whatever, it's gonna cut through it so much better. Beautiful edge, beautiful knife. I can sharpen it every couple months, and that's gonna last me a long time. This kind of sharpener is a common one you'll see in the grocery store, right? Please don't use this. I'm going to throw this in the trash. You draw your blade through there, it just chews it up. Makes it sharp for a little bit, but it's really bad for your knife. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Let me know in the comments if this has been helpful to you, or I'm going to put some links to this stone in the description, and some others that are also very good. It kind of doesn't matter what you use as long as you have a good 1,000 grit stone or something like that. All right, bye.